Hi, everybody. This is Angel Arts, and welcome to yet another episode of Let's Interview the finalists of the upcoming Wizarding World of Harry Potter Tabletop campaign. Today, joining us is none other than GremlinMike.
Hi, everybody. Great to be here.
Yeah, it's great to have you, Gremlin Mike. And uh, Gremlin Mike was given the choice of who he would like to have as the guest interviewer. So today we have Kiwi as our guest interviewer.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, Kiwi.
You may remember Kiwi from the most recent campaign, the Mass Effect Season 2 campaign, where Kiwi plays Vito. In addition to that, Kiwi was also part of the spin off cast from the Pokemon Tabletop campaign, where Kiwi played Charlie. So it's great to have you. So, Kiwi, I will just shut up now and let you take over.
Okay. I guess what got you to audition to a tabletop campaign in the first place?
Well, to be specific for auditioning for this, um, I've always really enjoyed Hark's content. I found him from his voiceover play of Earthbound, and the next thing that it offered after watching that was the beginning of the Pokemon Spectrum Let's Play. So ever since then, I've been watching everything, all the tabletop campaigns at least. When I heard that you were doing the Wizarding World, I absolutely love Harry Potter and its entire Wizarding World. And while I didn't have the availability to make a character for Mass Effect or Pokemon Spectrum because Pokemon Spectrum had already ended and I didn't have anything for uh, Mass Effect, I couldn't audition. But with Harry Potter, it was like, okay, my time to shine. Here I go. So that is why I auditioned, and I'm glad I got this far at the very least. It's a great honor.
So, I guess to piggyback off of that, what drew you to the Harry Potter universe?
Funny story. I actually did not care for Harry Potter at first. It was a friend that really introduced me to it. Uh, Bill, if you happen to ever watch this, shout out to you. Miss you, buddy. He really enjoyed the series, tried to get me to read the books. I didn't really listen, but after watching the movie one day at the end of the year in class, I was like, okay, this really interests me. So I ended up reading the books, and it just completely caught my imagination and flew off from there.
So, to go a little deeper about your character, um, what was your character creation process for Felix?
Um, to be honest, I actually already had Felix already before the announcement. I kind of really like to make characters. It's annoying to my best friend Remy, but I make tons of characters and I love to see them played out in some way. And when I heard about the campaign, I was like, Felix would be perfect for this because I love the Fantastic Beasts movies, and he was really kind of uh, modeled after that. He wants to be a magi zoologist. He wants to become the next Newt Scamander or the next Luna Scamander. So yeah, it just really felt fluid and just fit well for the audition.
Considering your character has an animagus, what I guess how did you come up with his animagus form?
I've always had a great fondness for foxes, so I kind of always knew that if I ever did a character with an animagus, it would be a fox. Um, as I was building his character, I figured out where his heritage came from, and I thought it would be a fun thing to play off of the idea of, okay, well, he comes from a long line of proud wolf animagi, and to become a fox, something that's supposed to be cunning and clever, but not quite trustworthy, and a black fox at that, it really set off alarms in his mother's family, and it just, there were issues to begin with, but that just kind of ousted him as the black fox of the family.
Why green on the fox?
Um, I don't know why, to be honest. I think it may be a little nod to a previous Harry Potter character I had come up with. He was supposed to be the long lost descendant of Slytherin and Ravenclaw. Um, his parents were both squibs, and so they lived as muggles, and when he was born as a with magic, it kind of uprooted their world a bit, and so he was kind of a muggle, but he was technically a pureblood, so it was kind of a nod to the green for Slytherin, and for my personal wand, which I kind of turned into a dark mark wand without meaning to, even though my personal Hogwarts house is Ravenclaw.
One of the things that I'm looking for players in this campaign is I'm looking for players who are able to help me fill in some of the lore holes that are in the world, especially when it comes to the other schools and the other countries outside of Hogwarts and Ilvermorny, because Pottermore has a lot of lore already for Ilvermorny, and us living in the United States, we already know what the culture kind of is like here. So my question to you is, if you were to imagine what one of the other international schools was like, or what the wizarding world is like culturally in one of the other countries associated with said schools, how would you imagine or fabricate those schools or cultures that are different specifically from Hogwarts and Ilvermorny?
That is a very dangerous question.
Why ask it?
For the Japan school, I very strongly believe that they would base their houses off of the four elements, the base four elements. It just, if not that, maybe the actual other Chinese, or not Chinese, I, be- I believe, yeah, the other Japanese major elements, I could be getting this wrong, but I think are like metal and wood and such.
Metal wood. It's the Sailor. Basically, it's Sailor Moon. The inner Sailor Scouts of Sailor Moon is how I remember them.
That's another thing. If you ever made a Sailor Moon campaign, I would have auditioned for that. But anyways, that's what I really strongly believe for them. It just feels like it would fit for that school, to be based off of something so pure as the elements. Especially speaking of how their robes change as they grow, so to speak. The school that specialized in magi zoology. I didn't even know there was one at first.
I think it's Castelbroxo, right?
Castelbroxo, which is the one in Brazil, in the rainforest of Brazil.
I could see them if they have houses, I could see them keeping it more to a 2 or 3 house scheme. I don't know why, but that's how I personally see it. And maybe there's a strong rivalry between those the houses with different magical beasts to represent the houses, because being a school that specializes in that, it just makes sense to me.
So yeah, I guess it's pretty early in the afternoon at your father's wand-making workshop. There has been not a whole lot of people coming in and out that day, so your father probably is busy with another client when, imagine, pretty much 11 years old comes in with parent and a wand that's pretty much broken. um, your father, being busy, asks you to look into that broken wand in particular, and pretty much leaves the kid with you at that moment.
So he's probably only like 9 or 10 at this point. Um. Oh. Okay. Hello. Yes. What was the problem?
I kind of broke my wand.
Oh, yes, that can happen from time to time. Was there a specific spell you were attempting?
Well, not really. I mean, it was the flying class, and I kind of fell badly, so
Yes.
I snapped.
Luckily, physical breaks are much easier to repair than those caused by spell. So it should be very easy to fix, provided that you have all the pieces.
I think so.
And it's gonna look at pretty much pull out the pieces of the wand. It's maple wood.
Do you, like, work here? I mean, I guess you do, but
Well, yes and no. My father owns the shop. I just help out.
and you can fix stuff too?
A lot of the physical stuff, yes. The spell stuff I have a bit more trouble with, but father's gonna teach me.
Oh, that sounds so cool. I want to do something like that. My parents are muggles, so I guess I can't really learn that from them, but
His eyes get a little wide. You're Muggle-born?
yeah.
I don't really know many Muggle-born children. It, it it seems a bit fascinating to me.
Yeah, I guess, like, to me, what's fascinating is just all of this magic all over the place.
It's quite fun, yes, but it could be a bit dangerous if you don't know what you're doing.
I like all the animals out there, and
Oh, there's so many. My mother's also a potion maker, so I get to see so many different little creatures and great big dragons. Sometimes I couldn't go very close, but it was so amazing.
dragons.
Yes, father. Well, as you know, dragon heartstrings for cause. He only uses those of already past dragons. He refuses to take a life, which is so important. Yes,
Yeah,
father says that's very important.
that's very nice. And I mean, I've heard like some people can turn into animals too. Can you imagine?
Uh, yes, my mother and well, most of my mother's family can turn into wolves. Not
Really?
werewolves, just wolves.
Like, the yeah. Can you do that too?
Not yet, but I'm supposed to. Before my summer vacation, before Hogwarts, if I get accepted. I hope I get my letter, but the summer before that, the very beginning, I'm supposed to take my test. I really hope I can please my mother's family.
Yeah, I hope so for you too.
Thank you. But yes, let me take care of your wand real quick. I'll be right back. He then picks up the wand and scurries off to the back. 5 minutes or so, comes back, and when you see it, you're actually a bit surprised because it looks brand new. There's not even a chip or a scar to where the break had happened.
Oh, it never looked that good before.
All, all's good. It was actually quite simple to fix. Yes, one of my better works, I think. So here you are. Typical price for a break, physical break is 5 shekels.
Okay, and he pulls out like a little pouch of and
money.
like counts money really slowly.
So you were flying when you broke your wand?
Yeah, I was just learning to do it.
I'm a little nervous of flying. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. It seems more complicated than it should be.
Yeah, it's sometimes like seems like the broom has a mind of its own.
Even with my toy broom at home, I can't get the darn thing to do what I want.
Do you think it's a magical creature?
Maybe it's being controlled by a magical creature. I never thought of that. I'll have to ask Father. He knows that sort of thing.
With all of the magical creature classes we have, I'm feeling like maybe when I'm gonna grow up, I'm gonna be something like Steve Irwin or Kyle Peterson. Or oh right, you're not Muggle-born.
He, like his face scrunches as he thinks.
Isn't it Salamander dude?
Scamander, yes, Newt Scamander. He's the greatest. I almost got to meet him once. I was a bit late though. I got to see the back of his head. But his since I am not sure. Yeah, I'll leave it there because time-wise, I don't think Luna would actually be a thing yet. So yes, Scamander. Yes. If only I could meet him one day. He seems like such a fascinating man.
Yeah, I mean, like handling magical creatures for a living. It sounds like something I'd want to do.
They can be really fun and have amazing personalities, but they can also be deceivingly dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. I actually have gotten bit a couple times, but it was only because I wasn't paying attention. It was my fault. Luckily, Mum had the antidotes.
You sound like you have a lot of experience.
Not as much as I would like, but I'm still learning. Mum, really, she tends to handle more of the leafy creatures from time to time, but, there are times when we get into more dangerous things, like, there was one time I got to watch I had to wait quite a distance away, but I got to watch her tame a manticore. It was amazing.
A manticore. I didn't think they were actually a thing that existed.
They only live in Greece, from what she told me. I don't know if that's true, but she seems to know her stuff. So they only live in Greece, and only in the darkest of caves.
Cool. I'm sure you'd want to explore these kinds of things later, right?
That's my dream, is to explore the world, and who knows, maybe even beyond. We're finding out different things every day. Imagine what we'll find tomorrow. Who knows? We may even find Crumplehorn Snowcack. You, out of character, you see a Quibbler on the counter.
Right. At that moment, the kid's parent walks back into the room and kind of they seem confused by everything that's around them, and kind of presses them on.
Oh, I guess I gotta go.
Oh, it was nice to meet you. What was your name again? I don't think I caught it.
I'm Skylar.
Skylar, it's very good to meet you. I'm Felix. I hope I get to meet you again.
Me too. Maybe when you get to Hogwarts.
I do hope so. Bye.
Bye.
And he leaves.
Hi everyone, I'm Felix Wolfblood, and thank you for viewing me. First off, I really, really hope I get to be a part of this great adventure, because I know that we'll find the most amazing things and have the best time. Just imagine all the creatures, all the fun, different beasts out there. It's going to be amazing, and you won't regret picking me, I promise, because there's just so much out there that we just need to find. We need to, and I know I can help find it if you just let me. So please pick me, and have a great day, everyone.